How many times have you drawn your red dot pistol, looked through the sight, and there's just nothing there? Today we're going to discuss the reasons why you lose the red dot and what to do about it. I'm Jimmy with Rhino Tactical, and today you're going to learn something. So the easiest way to find the red dot quickly is to focus on your target and practice a consistent presentation. You got to avoid actively fishing or searching for the dot, as it slows you down and is often a symptom of basically poor form. So your muscle memory for bringing the gun to your eye level every single time will put the dot in the line of fire every single time. So with that being said, consistent mechanics are the foundation for acquiring the red dot quickly and reliably. So first off, let's master the three fundamentals. The three things quickly that you need to master in order to bring that dot up on target immediately after the draw. So the first thing you want to focus on is focus on your target. So unlike iron sights, you focus on the front post. With a red dot sight, you keep both eyes open and maintain your focus directly on your target. The dot is simply superimposed on your vision when it comes up. So number two, to quickly master the three fundamentals, is draw and present consistently. Now your gun should come up smoothly and consistently to the center of your line of sight. Repetition of this movement is crucial. Now dry firing practice, what's cool about it is it's the most effective way to build muscle memory without firing a single round. So number three is maintaining a firm grip. Now a proper firm grip is necessary for managing recoil and ensuring the dot stays in or quickly returns to your sight picture after the shot. Now what you want to do is focus on your grip. Some people like to focus on the bottom two fingers and other people like to focus elsewhere, but I just like to basically make sure when I'm coming up that I'm adjusting my grip all the way up. But I need to practice a firm, consistent grip to get the max out of my presentation of the dot on the target. So next, let's talk about the drills to improve your red dot acquisition. Now practicing with these three exercises will help you develop the muscle memory to find the dot instinctively. So number one is your dry fire presentation. You want to start off slow, and from a low ready or from your holster, you want to present the pistol towards the target in a slow motion. And you want to pay attention exactly when and how the dot appears in the window. And you want to increase your speed gradually. So what happens is as your form becomes consistent, increase your speed until the dot appears effortlessly in your sight picture. So I'm going to start off slow and let that dot come in from the top and drop in. Now I'm going to start drawing slow. And as I get better and better at it, the dot will naturally come into my line of sight faster. But you want to start off slow, focus on your mechanics, everything is correct. The dot comes from the top and falls in every single time. Okay, that's how you want to work on a consistent presentation. And eventually, you'll go faster and faster, where you're just drawing and the dot appears in your line of sight every single time naturally. But you got to practice that consistency. Now, along with practicing the draw consistency, you also want to try to use a visual cue. Now, you can use co-witness sights like I have on here. I have a taller front sight and a rear sight. These are actually suppressor sights because when the suppressor comes up, you won't be able to see the sight if the suppressor is all the way up here. So we use taller sights so you can get up and over. As well as you can see here that the dot is a little bit taller. So if you use shorter sight, it's not going to work on you. So what you want to do is you can use those co-witness iron sights as training wheels. Align your front sight and the rear sight, and magically the dot will appear when I come up. Just like that, it's going to appear every single time. But you can use these two as training wheels while you're learning to use the red dot. So the next thing you want to work on is your eyes closed presentation. By that, I mean, sometimes when I'm in class, I actually take students and have them stand in front of the target to where they think they're neutrally, which means you're right in the middle of the target neutrally. You're not too far to the left, you're not too far to the right. You're basically breaking the point of the target right in the center. What I tell them to do after that is go ahead, stand in front of your target, draw your gun, close your eyes, and bring the gun up to where you think the center of the target will be. Okay? Open your eyes. And then if the target is on this side, what I want you to do is not move this way. I want you to shuffle your feet this way. So I'm just shuffling to get it lined up. I'm exaggerating right now. Get it lined up on the target. So Then what happens is you should bring the gun back down, close your eyes, bring the gun up, open your eyes, and the dot will magically appear in the center of your target. That's just called a natural point of aim, but it also works on red dot sights. So once again, what you do is go up to your target. You just close your eyes after you draw the gun. Okay, bring the gun up, open your eyes. If the target is on this side, I shuffle this way with my feet. All I'm doing is keeping the gun in a stable position, and I'm just rotating my feet. So the next time that I come up, right, whether if I draw or whether I'm down from low ready, I come up, the target should be right in the center of my sight, and the red dot should also appear. So number 3 is occluded lens shooting. Now I've gone over how to use occluded lens shooting in former videos. If you guys want to look back, they go into more detail. I suggest that you guys check those out. But basically what I have done is I have placed a piece of black tape on the front window of my red dot sight. What this allows my eyes to do is work independently because I cannot see through the sight to the target. So what has to happen is my right eye will naturally pick up the red dot. My left eye will pick up the target, and magically in my head, both images will superimpose themselves and I will see the red dot on the target. Now what happens with this technique is it allows you to focus on the target and not the dot. So magically, your left eye is just going to pick up the target and the dot will simply superimpose itself on the target. That's the beauty of occluded lens shooting. So having said that, this forces you to focus on the target, like I said, and not the dot, and trains your brain to trust that the dot will align with your point of aim every single time. So if your dot is a no-show, practice these things that we've just talked about, and I guarantee you that in the future, your red dot will be there as soon as you point your pistol, rifle, or your shotty. And on the same note, if you enjoyed this type of content, please like and subscribe so that we can keep this type of tactical information coming to you guys. Until next time, we'll see you out on the range.